Hello and welcome back to the Orlando Adventures podcast. I'm your host, Russ, and today I am once again joined by another brilliant guest. We have got the wonderful Rachaels WDW World. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Russ.
How are you doing?
Thanks. Brilliant. Thanks for having me on here.
It is my pleasure, genuinely. I just said it, but like honestly, I love seeing your Instagram. I love seeing your pictures come up, and it's so clear that you've got such a passion for Orlando. And I think that we're gonna have a good chat about it. I got a feeling.
We are.
Yeah.
I love talking Orlando.
Exactly, and it's that, isn't it? And you've probably heard me say it, and everyone's probably heard me say this a million times at this point. But like the fact that we can all kind of in this community speak to each other about this one thing that we love, and we all get each other. We just kind of get it, don't we?
Yeah, that's it. I think in real life, your real life friends and colleagues, they get a bit sick of it, and they don't really get it because people don't really. You've got to pinch that bug from somewhere, and that's your first trip. Once you've done your first trip, that's it.
Yeah, you're
it's
in.
There. It's there. You're locked in.
100%, absolutely. For anyone who might not know who you are, who is Rachel? What's your Instagram all about as well?
Well, it has evolved over the years. I've had it going now. I think it's about 7 or 8 years. I should check really. I think 2016 rings a bell.
Yeah.
I think I actually put our first ever picture on there of a Disneyland Paris trip.
Okay.
So yeah, got into it around about then, and it's a mixture really. It's my family. There's 4 of us. There's Lee, my husband, the person that got me addicted to Disney. Everybody thinks it's me. They think it's me dragging him along every year, but it was actually the other way around. So yeah, Lee's the brains behind the outfit.
Yeah.
And I'm the planner and the one who gets overexcited about it all. And I cover really what we do while we're there, but a lot of what my content is healthy eating, healthy lifestyle, my family, my 2 boys, Blake, who's coming up to 12, and Zach, who's 14. And our trips, we love anything to do with theme parks. And I actually studied leisure and tourism, which a lot of people won't know, in college. And I've actually worked in Thor Park in my younger years.
Amazing.
Yeah, so I love theme parks. They are me. So that's where I'm happiest on a day out. I absolutely love it. So yeah, if I can't be in Orlando in theme parks, we're generally on day trips here in the UK. And really excited that we're getting a new one soon as well.
Oh yeah, amazing, absolutely amazing. And I suppose with regards to kind of like what made you start the Instagram, was it just somewhere to document kind of memories and stuff? Was that kind of where it started?
No, not really. It was yeah, it sounds strange, but it was to find people like me.
Amazing.
Because I just felt a bit of a geek. My friends would basically mock me a bit that why was I that into this sort of thing? You're a grown up, just why are you so interested in Disney and theme parks when you're a grown up? Aren't you a bit beyond that? I was like, I never got to go as a kid.
Yeah.
And it was something that I just ran full well in love with. As soon as I found it, and I was like, "Wow!" It just blew me away even more than I ever thought it would. It's so much bigger than people think it is before they go. That's what I think, and it's nothing really like people imagine it is. If you haven't done a real lot of homework on it, and you just think it's Disney, Mickey Mouse, waving the characters, it's really not. And I think that's what the love of adults have got with it, is there's so much more to it.
It's that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if you've got a partner who is full on Disney with you, full on Orlando, full on theme parks, then that's just the perfect match. That's what you're looking for, because you just get each other, you just get enjoying those things together, looking forward to them. And so my Instagram, what I do on there is recreate a lot of the things I eat in Orlando.
Yeah.
So that's what a lot of people know me for. I get a lot of comments saying you should have a cookbook, and yes, I'd love to do that. secretly hidden there. But I love coming home and thinking, how can I make that a home? Obviously, without the thousands of calories that go with
Yeah.
it. How can I turn that into something I can eat regularly without the guilt? So, because when I'm in Orlando, my gloves are off and
Yeah. Yeah.
I go for it. I have whatever I want that I see, that I've heard about, and I'm just like, yes, I'm trying it. So when I'm there, I do the research and then
Yeah.
I think, how can I create that at home?
Yeah.
So yeah, my content is a lot of that.
Yeah. I mean, like your pictures look amazing. Honestly, the food pictures, I see them coming up constantly. And I'm like, that looks so good.
Yeah, well, I like to think they taste as good as well, but
Yeah.
hopefully people will try it. My stuff, it might look like, oh, I haven't got time to make that, but honestly, I haven't got the time in my life. I'm a busy mum. I work full time, stressful job, and I haven't got time to be messing
No.
about. But I just want that touch of Florida
Yeah.
to
At home. Yeah.
yeah, exactly, recreate those memories and just really enjoy, yeah, until
Yeah.
the next trip.
Yeah. Amazing. Have
Fill the
you?
gaps.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, did you kind of have any inspiration, I suppose, like from other content creators at the time to actually start doing content, or was it just a case of, like you said, you wanted to meet like-minded people and just kind of ran with it from there?
Yeah, it was difficult, and I've got some of the people from the beginning. I think we call each other the OGs of it all because we're a lot more older than some of the newer creators now, and yeah, just I mean, one of my very first friends I've made on there is Kimberly from Kimberly's Journey,
Yeah,
and she's literally like a sister to me. So I think we are related. I'm sure Davina's going to pop out one day and say that we're related. So we sort of found each other. I really can't remember that far back how, but we both love making things that we've seen in Orlando, tasted, eaten, heard about, and just recreating all those great times. And
yeah,
yeah, it doesn't have to be over after the 2 weeks is finished and you spent all your money. You can just have those things at home and they turn out pretty good, to be fair.
yeah. Love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah,
And to be fair, like it's funny that you said about Kimberly, because obviously her
yeah,
page is very much food based as well.
yeah.
And like between the two of you, genuinely, your two pages make me so hungry.
She kills me every day. I could eat everything she has. And we often message each other saying, you won't believe this. That's exactly what we had tonight. And we'll have made the same meals every day. And we're just
Yeah,
like, this is spooky.
yeah,
But
amazing.
we're just really alike. And
Yeah,
yeah. And Daniel's very similar to Lee. That's my husband, because I don't think I've mentioned him properly. But yeah, so Lee and Daniel are very similar.
yeah,
So you can just tell we're those sorts of couples that just really get Florida, get what it's all about, and just try and make your home life as much sort of, a safe haven place to feel, and that you can enjoy that common interest in it, really. Because outside friends, they tend to not get everything that you are
yeah,
referring to.
a
But
100%.
as soon as there's a holiday that they plan or they talk about going to Florida themselves, they soon start knocking at your door, sending you
Yeah,
messages.
literally.
Who do you book with? Can you give me all the insider tips? Where should I
Yeah,
eat? The amount of messages I get, basically, plan my holiday out for me, please.
yeah, yeah. The thing is, we kind of love it as well, though. There's,
I love it. I
yeah,
secretly love it. Yeah, I love it. I'm all for everybody asking me tips and
yeah,
where to eat. There's two things I always say about Orlando food. Don't waste your money on things and don't waste your calories on them either. So
yeah,
I am totally honest if people ask me a food opinion on things, even if it could well be controversial.
yeah. Okay.
Because because there's a lot of popular opinions out there that I will go, no, I don't really agree with that one. Or we'll have had a bad experience somewhere and it's put me off. But yeah, I mean, we all know the calories are high, the cost is high, and I don't see the point in wasting either. If I can advise someone, yeah, I've had that, and I wouldn't really recommend it.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose talking of recommending foods, God,
Yeah.
we've got to get into it, haven't we? Like, obviously, you know, you love your food in Orlando, all
I
that kind of
love my
stuff.
food.
Is there kind of like, because I don't normally put this to a lot of guests, but I'd love to know like your top 5 snacks in Orlando. I'm
Oh, right.
intrigued. I'm super intrigued.
Okay. I hope they're not boring. I hope they're not what
No,
people just generally say, because that you don't want to be repeating what everybody's always saying. But hopefully, yeah, I've got a few.
go on. What
Okay.
we got?
Okay. Do you want them in 1 to 5 or
Let's go 5 to 1. Let's leave the big one till
Okay.
last.
Okay. Right. Well, number 1 is joint. Actually, I couldn't split
Okay,
it.
that's
So
fair.
we'll come to that. Number 5 is probably the create your own popcorn in the confectionery in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, great shout.
Because that goes with a whole experience to me. It's not just the popcorn. You get a popcorn bucket anywhere, but it's that what shall we have in there?
Yeah,
Picking your favorites, going for the things you know you can't really eat daily. I'm an absolute beast for M&Ms. I love M&Ms. They are like my nemesis. I love them. So we chuck a load of M&Ms in.
yeah.
Probably marshmallows. A load of chocolate, white and milk chocolate sauce on there. And then we get our spot for the fireworks, and we happily camp out with that bucket between us, waiting for the fireworks to come on, listening to all the songs, dancing away, you know, by where we're waiting, and just soaking in the change of lighting and the scenery and all the people. Just that you can feel that excitement building as it gets darker and darker. And that popcorn to me just goes with that. So yeah, it's just a huge treat that we love.
Yeah, love that. That's such a great shout. Yeah.
So that's 5. 4 is Islands of Adventure treat.
Okay.
Which was new to me actually, and shocked me completely. So everybody says about the Mickey pretzels. Now, controversially, I know I'm not a fan of the Mickey pretzels.
Okay.
I just find them over salty and dry.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But the Islands of Adventure pretzels I don't really know if it's got a name. It's a cart next to Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls. And they do a sweet cinnamon version and then a regular salty version. And they're both equally amazing.
Yeah.
Literally amazing. They are one of the things I am looking forward to getting.
Yeah.
Really are. Yeah,
I
they are.
agree with you on this one big time as well.
Oh.
Something about an Islands of Adventure pretzel hits a bit different. To be fair, sometimes they're super salty and like brush a bit of that off a little bit for me. Sometimes there's ludicrous amounts on it.
Exactly.
But like that is a top tier. I don't know if you heard me say it. I said about the Shrexel over in Universal. And I was so disappointed because it's so good over in their standard pretzel. And then the Shrexel was really dry.
That's on the Mickey pretzel vein, that one.
Yeah.
I think they look the same.
Yeah.
And they're just too hard for me. They're just too carboody looking.
Yeah, agreed. But a good shout.
Yeah.
Good shout on number 4.
Oh, right then. This one's funny. 3 cheeseburger spring rolls. But Mike Bailey, not with the paper. Definitely cheeseburger spring rolls. Oh, when I first took my first bite of one of those, and the sauce with them is just incredible.
Yeah.
It's literally, I know everybody says, oh, they're like a Big Mac. They're like a Big Mac. Well, a Big Mac's got not a patch on a cheeseburger spring roll. Oh, and I know they're $10 for 2, but I don't care.
Don't matter. It's Disney,
take my money. Just take my money. I'm more than happy to spend on those. I tell you, I love them. They are a highlight to me.
They are, I mean, ridiculous, are they?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
them.
always worth it. 100%.
Yeah. Then I've got next is a Cinnabon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I happily
Standard.
take anything off the menu,
Yeah. Okay.
anything from Cinnabon, but even the little pretzel dogs for breakfast items, and really gets overlooked. The bacon, and I think it's bacon and cheese and egg pretzel bun for breakfast.
Okay. Yeah.
They are amazing.
I've
They
never had
really
one.
get
Yeah.
overlooked. They really do, but they are really, really good. Definitely, if you've never tried one of them, because it's hard to steer away from an obvious Cinnabon,
Yeah.
but they are worth a try for breakfast.
Okay.
Definitely.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get on the list. I'll get on the list. I
Yeah,
love a Cinnabon. Like so, I'll
yeah,
get on the list. 100%. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Then my next one is French Quarter beignets, Mickey shaped beignets. Now,
Nice.
yeah, and it's got to have caramel sauce. Everybody
Yeah.
goes chocolate, but for me, that's a bit more on the Hershey's taste, and I'm
Okay.
not
Yeah.
really the biggest fan.
Yeah.
I'd 100% recommend caramel sauce for them.
Yeah. That's the one.
That's the one. And if you're ever there when it's Halloween season, they do a special, which is like a spooky version.
Yeah.
And I didn't think a Mickey beignet pretzel could get any better, but the spooky ones somehow do that.
Right.
They
Nice.
really are. They're like melted marshmallow over the top, and
Oh.
oh, they just literally your eyes are wide with the shock of
Yeah.
how good they are. They are really worthwhile, and we're a bit gutted on our next trip. It's too early for spooky season, so
No.
we're
No.
gonna miss out on those. But I'll come to this a little bit more, but there is a gluten-free version that we have found out about. So, and apparently they say they're even better than the regular ones. So I am really keen on trying those as well.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's even
Nice.
an alcoholic version if anybody's ever wanted to try those.
I did not know about this one.
I haven't tried them myself, but they do get a really good review, so they may be worth a show.
What's the alcohol?
That I think is rum of some sort,
Yeah.
but you literally inject it into the middle through like a pipette,
Yeah.
into the middle, and people do like them when they're there in Scat Cat's bar in the evening. It's like an evening desserty type of
Yeah.
thing with it. So yeah, it's quite a nice option, I suppose. But I've not
Nice.
yet tried that one, but I know they're available.
Yeah. Nice. I love the list. I mean, the list is brilliant.
I wonder if
Honestly.
it's gone on a bit, isn't it, this list?
No, I mean, it's spot on.
Right. I'm now at my top two.
Okay.
So you can help me split these if you want. A lot of people won't like them, I bet, but never mind, they're mine. So my old school all-time favorite used to be the pineapple upside down Dole Whip cake from
Yeah.
a lower aisle in Magic Kingdom. And the ice cream on top needs to be a coconut and pineapple swirl. So
Hmm.
you can get the mixture of the two. And that's got a little bit of a tradition story with it as well, because I'll get that just in time for the parade coming along where it starts,
Yeah.
which is normally a quieter spot to watch from as well. So I get my pineapple upside down Dole Whip, go and park up there. We normally get our little fold up mats out and sit down and wait for it to come. And it's just like one of those, festival of fantasy waiting for moments. So it's really, something we've done for quite a few years now, and I never get bored of that.
Yeah. Perfect. Nice little
Yeah,
tradition.
yeah, and I also make a version of that one as well. So and that
Nice.
turns out pretty good.
Yeah.
And then probably the newest favorite is the pineapple crisp sundae from Tamu Tamu Refreshments in Animal Kingdom.
Okay. I haven't
So
heard of this. How have I
yeah,
missed it? Go on.
well, you won't miss it again, I promise.
Yeah.
It's very similar to the pineapple Dole Whip, but it is better. And I know that sounds well, it's hard to say really, I suppose, because the other one's been my favourite for so many years. But
Yeah.
that became a firm favourite. I'd wanted to try it on our last trip, and I'm not a great sharer. I've got to be honest. I don't share my snacks that well. I've looked forward to them for a long time in the
Yeah.
build up to it, and I have my list of the ones I want, and I tick them off. And my three, they weren't interested in it until I got it, and I sat down. And funnily enough, there was 4 spoons with it, and they all started digging in. My face, I was mortified because I just wanted it. It was so amazingly good. It is the best, and it's so refreshing because we all know Animal Kingdom is the hottest
Yeah.
place going.
Literally, yeah.
It is the hottest, and this dessert is just so refreshing. It's lovely. It's perfect in the middle of the day. It just cools you down. It's refreshing, but it's got that substance of the sponge, but it's got a lovely crisp top bit to it. So if you like a coffee cake and you like that crumbly top,
Yeah.
then I'm sure if you like pineapple, I know a lot of people don't, but if you do, this is definitely the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sold. Like,
Yeah, the
it
pineapple
sounds
crisp
unreal.
sundae from Tamu Tamu Refreshments. 100% recommend that. I went
Yeah.
back straight away and got another one.
Nice.
So
And made
2
sure that
on the
you
bounce.
polished it on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 2 on the bounce. Not a worry. Calories don't count until you
No.
get home and realise they did.
Yeah. And
Extra
then we
weight
just,
allowance.
yeah, work it all off between trips and we go and do it
That's
all
all
again.
we do. That's what we do, don't we? Is to work it off and put it back
Yeah.
on again.
Yeah. But, we love it. So,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
we do.
amazing. I really appreciate you doing the list. I think that was absolutely spot on. Like, honestly,
Oh,
and some amazing recommendations in there as well. And like, how many of those have you like managed to replicate at home?
well, popcorn's easy. That's the easy
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
that's the
that's really
easiest.
easy. Yeah, pretzels. No, I'm working on a pretzel. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
because I tend to not eat that type of
No, I
stodgy
suppose
snack
it's
when I'm home because, like you say, we're working off the
yeah,
excess weight we've stuck on since we're there. Um, Cinnabon. Well, just been ordering those if I'm honest.
yeah.
Pretzel spring rolls, I do make a mean version of them. Yeah, Rachel recreation. Don't mind making cheeseburger spring rolls because
Yeah.
I'm a massive
Okay.
pickles fan anyway. Love pickles, and
Yeah.
Blake's taken after me completely. We're huge dill pickle fans, and I think we get way too many of them while we're in Orlando. We do.
They're
So,
so good though. So good. Yeah.
oh, they're just so easy and they to eat. Um, And then, yeah, beignets. I'm never going to be able to do beignets because I don't deep fry anything when I'm at home.
I
So,
was gonna say I don't think there's a
like,
healthy way of doing that at all, is
I
there?
can't think how. Please, someone tell me if they can, but I just have not come up with anything there
Yeah.
on those yet. But the other two, my top two, I've definitely made versions of them, which I'm completely happy about as well.
Nice.
They turn out really, really good, and literally, yeah. So they are on my Instagram if anybody wants to have a try, but they're really simple. They're really
Yeah.
simple. Yeah.
Oh,
And
love
they
it.
do hit the spot.
Yeah. Absolutely love it. That's amazing. I suppose just to dive into Orlando a little bit and kind of your experiences of Orlando.
Yeah.
When was it you first went to Orlando
I'm gonna sound like a dinosaur now.
then?
You're gonna just make me sound so old asking
I'm
me this
so sorry.
question. Well, I didn't actually go as a child. It was something I'd always watched other family members go off on and been quite jealous that we didn't get to go. But my first ever trip was with Lee, actually. So it was, I know, it was May the 9th, 2005.
Nice.
So, yeah, almost my 20th anniversary.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
20 years of Orlando coming up. And it's quite funny about the date. The reason I really know the date being May the 9th, is it happens to turn out now to be Blake's birthday. So
Oh, cool.
Blake's birthday is May the 9th, and it's actually the anniversary of when I first ever went. So I thought that was really appropriate.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, 20 years now of Orlando trips.
Oh, amazing. How many times have you been since then? In that time, then?
Oh, I did write the years down, but it's probably 11 trips now. I think we're on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it's 11, around 11 trips. And
Yeah.
we've done Disneyland Paris quite a few times in amongst those Orlando trips to
Yeah.
fill the void. But yeah, we did a Disneyland Paris trip for Christmas Day last year.
Oh,
So that was
amazing.
nice. Yeah, really, really nice. Kept the Disney feels going.
Yeah, amazing. And what was it that kind of like made you fall in love with Orlando from that first trip, do you think?
Everything. Everything that I wasn't expecting. I like the little details. So I wasn't expecting nobody, because there wasn't vlogging and everything around 20 years ago. You can imagine there was no Instagram, cameras were rubbish. You
Yeah.
know, you didn't have to do, you still getting paper fast passes in them days. Um, you know, the whole Disney didn't have an app and everything, but it really was the little touches. It was all of the different Disney transportation.
Yeah.
Um, I just couldn't believe there were so many options and that they were included in your ticket and your resort bookings and things like that. I was just really shocked about how much was included that nobody ever talks about.
Yeah.
So, and then it was things like the smells in the resort. I'd never gone to a hotel where everything had smelled so amazing and had such distinction between different resorts as well. It wasn't just a generic smell. It was, they had purposely tried to do that so you'd remember certain places. And I just do love things like cast member badges,
Hmm.
seeing their names, looking for family names or looking for your name and where they're from, and just their enthusiasm towards you as
Oh,
well.
unbelievable, isn't it?
I can't believe cast members are, they're so enthusiastic. And even the people who just cashiers and things like that, they just ask you about your day and they're so bright and bubbly and they just make everything better. And even the things like when you do have an issue in Orlando, what I like is that you go to guest services and you say what's happened and they sort it out and they go above and beyond making things better for you. And I love that. There's no quibble about it. They are just really there to make sure you want to go back and you keep going back and they haven't ruined your day.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's things
100.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I appreciate that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so much. I mean, I didn't know about pin trading and I didn't know about sort of all the different parks even. I know it sounds crazy, but I only ever thought it was Magic Kingdom to begin with before I ever went, like 20 years ago. It was just a castle and Mickey
Yeah.
waving, and I didn't know everything that went with it, like character breakfasts and things. It just shocks me the amount of
Yeah.
detail that goes
It,
into it.
it's
It
that, like you were
really
saying at
does.
the start, isn't it? Where you were saying about kind of when we talk to people who've never been before, and it's
Yeah.
that perception, isn't it? It's a perception of it just being Mickey Mouse, big castle, Magic Kingdom, and that's it. But
Yeah.
actually, like you said, even down to like the cast members making it an experience,
Oh, they do.
the whole thing is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. And even people like the photographers now with the memory maker, I love the way they will take their time and get you to do all the poses and make sure you're right and put in the little magic shots and things. They are what you then love when you come home and you print and you put up on your walls and everything just keep those memories going. They are treasured, those things.
Mm, yeah,
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 'cause they're
absolutely.
they're special. They're what, other holidays you don't get from other holidays.
Yeah,
Those
and just
small things.
you come away with these memories, and like even 20 years later, you still remember them there.
Yeah, you're
So
still
yeah,
going on about it. They used to hand out loads of stickers to you when you were in the resorts and things, and the kids would be there covered in all stickers all over their t-shirts, you know, and you'd have a great day just doing those little things. But I just love some of the sayings as well when you're on the monorail and the monorail monologue that goes over it,
Yeah.
and you're on the skyline there, and you start saying it, what it's gonna say next. And when you get off the bus in the night, and take young children by the hand and welcome home, and it's just those little things that just create that magic and the
Yeah.
memories. And it's so much more than people know and realize before they go. And then as soon as you've been, all of us on here, we're all like, yes, I get it, I understand it, I know what you're talking about. And we're not freaks, we just love it together. We are addicted to it because it's wholesome goodness of holidaying, I think.
Yeah, it literally is. I think it gives us everyone a reason, doesn't it? Every year in, year out, or as as frequently as we can go. Obviously, like just that kind of reason of like, I really just want to get back there because it's our happiest place and we make the best memories, have the best times. Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, yeah.
when we're on about day 4 of the holiday, Lee's having a nervous breakdown about coming home already.
Yeah,
and
I feel
he's
it.
on there looking for the deal for the next one. He can't bear it. He can't bear to either. How are we going to extend the trip we're on, or when are we able to get back? That's what the talk is as soon as we're there, because we just love it so much.
Yeah. Absolutely,
Can't beat
so special. When obviously you said you've been there potentially like 11 times. Do you generally stay in the same place? Do you kind of move around to different resorts or on-site, off-site?
We are big we are big on-site, I should say. We're big on-site people. We've got various reasons we are on-site people, which I know everybody loves a villa and things like this as well, and I'm not knocking that one bit.
Yeah.
It suits us. We know it suits us staying on site. I love the early entry it gives you. I love using all the transportation. If you just want to pop back to the resort for some reason, like the weather's turned badly, or you just worn out from it and you just want to get back, it's just nice not having to trek through a car park, get on trams, get to the car, then sit in the traffic trying to get out of the park, and then drive. And then, when we started going as well, we did probably have a few more adult beverages when it was just the two of us. And then if we'd have been driving, that wouldn't have been good, because it'd be, it's never as fun on your own, is it? Drinking around the world on your own. So we tend to stay on site. Lee spoilt me with that one, because my first ever trip was to Animal Kingdom Lodge, and that just
amazing.
Set a bar I was never going to be able to be dropped, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've tried a lot of the resorts now. I think I've tried about 10 different resorts on Disney property, and then I am a huge Cabana Bay fan at Universal.
Nice.
So yeah, we've stayed there now a couple of times, and we have got our next trip planned there as well. So I'm loving Cabana Bay. I think it's such good value for money. So well located to everything at Universal.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose just to get into like your most recent trip.
Yeah.
When did you last go? When was the last trip?
So the last Orlando trip was last August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got kids in school, obviously, and can only take them out of school for holidays now. So we have to sweat. We have to do the heat.
How long did you go for?
So we were going for a 15-night stay.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were there, Lee wasn't feeling that well. And he had a couple of off days where he'd only come out with us for about half a day. And we met up with Tom and Jess Old. And
nice.
Thankfully to Tom, he put the idea into our heads to extend our trip.
Legends.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the sort of friends you need. They are. Yeah. You don't need to be telling Lee twice to extend your trip. And he, the same day, booked on to stay on another 2 nights. So we extended it for 2 nights more because he had time to make up things he'd missed out on.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
don't need to tell me, I'll stay on for weeks if I could.
Certainly don't need any convincing.
No, we had to do that once before as well. We were, sadly, we were on a beach club trip that time.
Oh,
And
no.
Zach, poor thing, he got a double ear infection while we were there. And the doctor said that he wasn't fit to fly home. Well, it meant another 3 nights at the beach club. So, every cloud has a silver lining, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, dear. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it ended up being a little bit longer, partially thanks to Tom.
More than thanks to Tom.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I bet that was lovely meeting up with them both. Obviously, that I'm very good friends with them. To be fair, they are brilliant. Yeah.
We are just such similar people, and we just talk forever. I mean, how can you make one drink last so long? Because you just enjoy each other's company, don't you? When you've got so much in common to talk about and you're enthusiastic about, it's just lovely.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. Well, which parks did you do on that trip? Was it just Disney? Was it Universal as well? What did you do?
We tried to cram everything in. I think I go home much more exhausted than I went, because I am the biggest crammer of what I can into.
I love this.
I don't let my lot sleep. They're up, they're out, and then we shut down every park going. We never leave early. We are there until they kick us out. So yeah, we are a bit full on. But we did all the Disney parks, and we did the Universal 2, and then we did Volcano Bay.
Nice.
And we did Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh,
and
lovely.
Sadly, Blizzard Beach wasn't open, but this summer, thankfully, it will be.
Nice. Yeah.
We do the water parks as well. We're massive water park fans. We love the water parks. Yeah, there's so much in those. I mean, I didn't know anything about the water parks before I ever went. I didn't know anything about them, and then just used to love getting, like, when they'd send you a DVD through the annual Disney DVD, and you'd watch that relentlessly until your trip. So love doing that. Yeah, and those water park memories, they just brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely spot on. I mean,
I don't know if anybody remembers there was a food item in Typhoon Lagoon. Well, they used to do it in Blizzard Beach as well. It was like a snack credit you used to get on the dining plan, where it was a chocolate cake covered in Mickey shape sprinkles.
Nice.
And that was the best thing ever. And I really wish Disney would bring that back, because that was just amazing. So if anybody's had those, message me, because I want to have a fan group for those.
Yeah. And if anyone at Disney's listening, let's bring it back. Come on.
Please, please bring it back. Anybody, bring it back. Catering,
Good shout. Amazing. Did you manage to do any activities outside of the theme parks as well on that trip?
I don't know if we did on that trip so much. We do all things like different restaurants off site, and we do things like celebration. We go and see, when it's Halloween, we go and see all the Halloween decorations and things like that, because I love that, because that's so American and it's not what you ever get around where you live. So I love all of that. And they went trick-or-treating and different things like that we've done. Resort hopping, we are massive fans of doing. We are probably the biggest fans I know about resort hopping. Because if we want a break in the day, that's what we'll do. We'll go off for a different resort, and then to me, that's where some of the best food in Orlando comes from, the resorts, and it's really underrated. A lot of places.
Yeah, find some proper hidden gems, just kind of dotted around. Yeah,
got some real hidden gems in resorts.
Love that. Love it. Any specific highlights from that trip? Anything that kind of like that jumps out to you that was like, this was the best? I don't know.
Oh, mostly food.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's mostly food. We went to the Boma buffet for the first time,
Okay.
and I loved that. That's really good value buffet. So if you don't get any characters, but it is a very good buffet experience. And if you want to see Animal Kingdom Lodge, that's a lovely one to do. Because it's just so peaceful and nice there, and great photo opportunities.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boma's a shout. To be fair, it's on my list. It's on my list of one to do.
Yeah, it is
Definitely.
noisy in there and it is busy, but the food's all really well organized. That's not an issue. So yeah, it's a really good one, I think.
Yeah. And I suppose going from the previous trip then, should we go to the next trip?
Yeah,
Well, you've said that you've got one lined up. When are you going? When is the
but
next one?
we go on July the 30th. I'm still
Okay.
saying I'm going in July. I'm not saying I'm going in August because I like it just to sound nearer. So
Yeah,
yeah, July the 30th we'll be back.
yeah.
And we've got 2 weeks planned, and we're staying in Cabana Bay again
Amazing.
because
Yeah.
we love it. There may be a little treat coming in amongst the trip, but
Okay.
we'll have to keep that one under wraps for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, there may be a little treat in there that'll be interesting. Um, but yes, so 2 weeks there, and obviously this time is all about Epic.
I was just about to say we got to get on it just
Yeah,
briefly.
yeah.
Like, have you? Because I'm on the side of the fence of I haven't looked at anything. I'm still
Okay,
refraining. Have you managed
okay.
to avoid, or are you gone now? I'm just going to watch the videos.
I'm the planner. I have to know. I
So
have to get the
you're all
I have
in.
I'm all in. I have to maximize the trip. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm the memory maker of the trip. That's how I look at myself.
yeah,
And if I know all the things to avoid that are not worth it, and I know the best bits, then I feel like I'll have created the best day for everyone. And if they're all enjoying it to the max, then that's my job done and I'll be enjoying it. So yeah, I love it. Anyway, I can't help myself. I just can't keep away from watching the vlogs coming out, and I watch them from American YouTubers, UK YouTubers. I just love it. So I don't watch TV. That's, even
yeah,
when I'm working out, even when I'm on my treadmill, I will have YouTube on with Orlando content. That's what I do.
yeah.
So literally everybody talks about what they're watching on TV, and I have no idea what's going on in the real world because
Literally,
I,
I
I
feel you.
really don't. I really don't know what's going on. I'm glued to all these things, and as soon as anybody mentions there's a new food item, I'm all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any food items in Epic that you're like absolutely dying to try out?
They looked good to begin with, but
Hmm.
now that there's a few more reviews coming out, I'm not quite sure if they're gonna live up to it. I'm really looking forward to going to the Oak and Star Tavern because I
Yeah.
think that's quite a Regal Eagle type vibe, and that's one of my hidden gem must-dos in Orlando is Regal Eagle. But I think that is going to be really good, and I've been seeing that they've got some really good breakfast brunch type items, and I'm the biggest breakfast fan in the world. There's
Yeah.
nothing I love more than going out for breakfast on holiday anywhere. That's my favorite of the day. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. My boys are so excited about the Toadstool Cafe in Super Nintendo World
Okay.
because
Yeah.
they are huge Mario and Toad fans, and
Yeah.
they cannot wait to get those burgers. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to those because
All
that'll
looks
be
cool.
an
Yeah.
experience. Yeah, something
That's
unique.
it. Yeah, and I think that the main thing is that, like, I know, I've said this before, but Universal, they get a bit of stick for like their food not being on par with Disney at times.
Yeah,
It seems like they've tried really hard with Epic to make everything themed to something,
they
which I
do.
think is fun. I mean,
Yeah,
that's it, isn't it? So if food
yeah,
is fun, then hopefully it tastes good as well.
yeah.
So
That's it. The theming looks spot on. They've got it right to every single part of their worlds at the moment. That's how I look at it.
yeah,
So, but whether it's got that true taste substance, we'll see.
That's it. Yeah. If whether or not it just looks good and doesn't actually taste good, we'll find out. But
Yeah, I think that's the trouble with Brits and Americans is Brits have got a more extensive palate, like Americans like their food quite bland, not really
yeah,
spicy and things like that. So I think that's sometimes why we tend to think it's not as great as they've been raving about, but it
yeah,
suits the Americans more. So I get that. That's fine.
yeah,
And I'm all in for trying it while I'm there anyway.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Anything and everything. Got to get on it. Is there
Yeah,
a land and epic that you're looking forward to the most?
Harry Potter, Ministry of
Yeah.
Magic. Yeah, just cannot wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Got my outfit.
Love it. Nice.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah,
I
I mean that's one of the things I love about Orlando as well is the outfit planning
yeah.
for
Okay.
families. Yeah, it's a bit cringe, I know, but
No,
it
to be fair, but if there's anywhere to do it, like and feel comfortable as well, it's
yeah,
Orlando, isn't it? So like,
yeah,
absolutely go for it. I would like absolutely like encourage anyone, 100%.
yeah. I love it. I mean, I get such nice messages about it all that I just love it. It's just part of my day. I'm just like,
Yeah,
what we're all wearing. It just adds to those memories, doesn't it? When and people mention it when you're walking around. That's what I
yeah,
love about Americans as well, is they're not afraid to compliment you,
hmm,
and they like it, and people will ask each other where you got this from and that from, and we're quite reserved here, I think, in the UK, where we tend to not want to ask that sort of thing. But I love it there that you get these people coming up to you and compliments. And I was on a Disney boat once going over to the Grand Floridian, and this American man, probably in his 60s, just looked at me and he was gobsmacked. He had his mouth open, and he took my hand in his hand, and he was like looking at my nails and seeing the design on them and things for the trip. And he was like, "They've made my day." And it was literally
that's
like
amazing. Yeah,
it made mine, because you know, for American men to be sitting there thinking that's amazing, you know,
yeah,
and be able comfortable to tell you about it. I love that. I love that people are so friendly towards each other, and you know, you get that contact and that interaction with people. You know, we're all afraid of people here a bit, and it's
yeah,
just lovely there. It's lovely that people interact and they don't mind speaking to you, and in a queue line and things, you know, while you're waiting in line, people start conversations up. It's just brilliant, brilliant
yeah,
atmosphere.
yeah. 100%. Oh, I love that. I love it. Sorry, I got on a tangent about Epic. Like I
Oh
kind of
no,
like
I've gone off on a million things, haven't I?
no,
Sorry,
well,
I
no,
do that, don't I?
it doesn't matter at all. Like to be fair, I heard Epic and I just like gone. See you later.
I know. No, we'll come back to Epic. Go on, go back to Epic if you want to.
Yeah, honestly, like, but on like genuinely, like that park. I mean, it looks stunning. I, I'm trying so hard to avoid stuff for it.
Yeah,
I'm probably just like I've probably been the worst on Instagram for the past few weeks because I'm just like if I see Epic Universe, I might scroll past, scroll past, scroll past.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
it's tough.
It is.
But
It is. I don't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, we've definite 2 days planned there. So I'm
okay,
hoping that we can pack quite a bit into those. So this is why I need to plan it out, because we've got one daredevil child and then one who's a bit more reserved. So
yeah,
yeah, it's making sure both needs are met.
yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, it's lucky that both parents are willing to go on all the rides.
Yeah,
So
amazing,
yeah, we do
amazing.
take it in turns, and we get on them all.
Yeah,
Make
well,
sure we do.
excited for the trip for you. I'm out there at the same time. So yeah,
Well,
hopefully I'll see you out there at some point for
you
sure.
will, you will. We have to.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be
Yeah,
brilliant fun.
that's a
Absolutely. I'm like,
definite. Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
yeah. I need to go on a ride with you, and we'll compare food reviews as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a
Yeah,
doubt. Amazing. And then I suppose just to move us on to the next little section of the podcast, I've got my my little section called Keep Updating Close.
Okay.
So I've given you 3 options. To be fair, this is one of the nicer options I think I've given in a while. Normally I'm really horrible. So the 3 I've given you Remy's, Smuggler's Run, and Tron.
Yeah.
I think this isn't too bad, but I don't know.
Well, I think I'm going to make this a bit controversial. That's what I'm scared.
Okay.
Which order do you want them in?
Let's which go with the close. Let's start with the close. Go on.
Okay. I'm gonna shut Smuggler's Run.
Okay, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. People are hating me now. That's it. They've shut the podcast.
Yeah.
It was fun the first time.
Yeah.
It was an experience the first time that I thought was much better than I was expecting. But then when your boys drag you on it time and time again, and you figure out that it's really not responsive to what you're actually pressing buttons and doing, and it just does its own thing anyway. And it's really jolty and jerky. And knowing me, I'll have eaten something just before I go on it. And I'm just a bit over it. I think it's a one and done for me. It's never the same after the first time. And yeah, I could well give it a swerve for next trip.
I think the immersiveness lies in the pilot role. The other ones, I think, are very much a nothing. Like you could sit there and press the button or not press the button; it won't make a difference. I think it's a point, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And then I'm not a good backseat driver, and I'll just shout at them for banging us into something again. And then, so that's the one that can go for me. Yeah.
Okay. So Smuggler's Run is gone. Which one are you going to go for updating them?
Well, I'm going to update Tron.
Okay. All right.
And what I would do to it was, for a start, make it go round twice.
I mean, immediately a good shout. Yeah.
Because I just think it could go round twice and nobody be any of the wiser. And I think they need to change the music, because I think it's an actually great ride. I think it's a really, really good ride. And all I think it needs is a more of expectation about what's going to come from the music, like Guardians has got.
Yeah.
So I think if they did something like that to it, then I think that would improve it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's a good shout. I mean, just even it going around twice. Like, I know that obviously it halves the amount of people who can go on it and stuff like that, but like, I think it'd be a no-brainer. Like, because it's what everyone says, that it's too short. No, I mean it just is. But it's like you said, it's a fantastically smooth ride. The ride vehicle's brilliant. I think the feel of it, that outside bit's fantastic. Like, but it's just not enough of it.
Really is. I love the start. I love how fast it is. You know, and I'm there with my arms up in the air, absolutely screaming, loving it. But I just think to go around twice, now that it's not the virtual queue as well, I think they should test it and see how badly it affects queue times by making it go around twice.
Yeah, agreed. Good shout. And then on to your keep then.
I'm going to keep Remy's.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Remy's. I like the way it works. I like that it's for everybody. Everybody can ride it together as a family. When you meet up with people in Orlando as well, if you meet up with another family as well, it's a good one to all go on together. Yeah. And I love it that they've got in Disneyland Paris. That was where I rode it first. So I think it's a bit sentimental. And Ratatouille, me with cooking, Ratatouille is just like, it goes hand in hand. So
ticks a lot of boxes.
It ticks. I mean, the amount of times I walk around Orlando going this way to people, just like when they're asking me which direction they're going in, it's just the little things that make it happy, isn't it? And you just got that memory of it. And
brilliant. Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's a good shout. So you're going to keep Remy's, update Tron, and then unfortunately close Smuggler's Run. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand by it. Come on, don't hate me, but I'll stand by it.
To be fair, I think quite a lot of people are back you, to be honest. I genuinely, I think Smuggler's Run's all right, but I think there's an acknowledgement from Disney, because it's getting updated, that it's it's not quite stood the test of time, considering it hasn't been there that long.
No, it feels a lot older than
Yeah,
it is.
this is
It
it. Yeah,
feels a bit dated of a ride now, I think. But
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There you go. What can we do?
Let's see if they're
And then,
listening.
yeah, and then on to the final 5 questions I ask everyone. Obviously, we're talking about rides, so it feels apt to talk about your favorite ride. So, what is your favorite ride in the whole of Orlando? Any park?
Favorite. Oh, it's hard. I've got so many. I've got so many. I could tell you in each park, to be honest, where my favorites are. Islands is Hagrid's.
Yeah,
I'm a massive Hagrid's fan just because of how much it's got to it. I mean, obviously, Velocicoaster is mind-boggling. I
yeah,
mean, that ride, when I first went on there, I just was looking at Blake, who's only 11, and I'm just looking at him, and me and him were just like, how is this even happening?
yeah,
What is going on? Because I just think Velocicoaster looks like a totally different ride when you're watching it from the ground to what it is actually when you're riding it.
yeah.
It
I
looks completely different thing.
I was going to say, the thing is, I think it's part of the fact that it's such a smooth coaster that it looks.
Oh,
I would argue it probably looks slower. It looked like doing it looks spectacular. Like it's a
yeah.
wonderful looking ride, but it doesn't look quite as thrilling as what it is when you're sat on it. And I
No,
don't know if
it looks easier.
I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And I think maybe it's the lap bar of just being a
Yeah,
lap bar. It's that that added element of that second launch and
it does.
stuff. Like you add all
It
of that
does.
in there and get on it, and yeah.
Oh, that's like rocket fuel. You
Yeah,
can't believe you're going that fast
yeah,
and surviving.
unbelievable. What a feeling! What a feeling! But
Yeah.
your favorite ride is Hagrid's, though, is it?
Well, I am a massive Guardians fan. I am a
Okay.
huge Guardians fan, but I have done Guardians with I think all of the tracks that you can get. And I have actually done it with no music at all.
Okay.
And that completely ruined it.
I bet it
So
did. Yeah.
it was what? It failed about 20 seconds into the ride, the music. And we
Oh
went
man.
around the entire thing with no music. And I can't believe how much the music adds to that ride because
Yeah.
it just felt like nothing without it. And we got off and we said to the cast member straight away that our music failed. We had no music. What's gone on there? And they put us straight back on and we rode it twice back to back. That was fine for me. Lee, not so much. Twice on Guardians back to back
Just
sort of
about
finished
on
him
the
off.
edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best after that. But music for Guardians completely changes it. And I think it just goes to show that maybe it's Hagrid as a ride itself is my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
probably say
Great.
so.
Great
But I
shout.
love some of the water rides a lot. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
Popeyes Ripsaw Falls, and yeah, Popeyes
Yeah.
and Dudley Do Ride's Ripsaw Falls. They're amazing water rides. I
They're,
love
I
those.
mean, they're hilarious, are they?
I mean, they get overlooked a lot because they're older, but they are hilarious.
Yeah. I
You
think
just come off them, you may as well have swum round.
yeah, it's one of those. I think that like it with a group or like in a couple, it doesn't matter who you're with. It's always an experience, isn't it? And it's funny
Yeah,
laughing at each other, but also seeing other people kind of getting wet and trying to
yeah,
avoid it. Inevitably, we're trying to avoid it, despite the fact we know it's coming.
you do. You just like, why am I avoiding getting wet? There's no
Yep.
way I'm getting off this dry.
Yeah.
You just,
Accept your fate. We're ready.
yeah, that's it. You're gonna get drenched. Get your photos done before you get on them.
Yeah, definitely. And then, oh, amazing. Going for a favorite ride then. Let's head to favorite park. What's your favorite park in the whole of Orlando?
This probably changed last year.
Okay,
It was always Epcot.
right.
It was because for me, it's got everything. It's got rides, fireworks, different food and drink, lovely photo spots, just the different sort of cultures I love about it. everything. There's just always something going on there. The festivals. To me, it just ticks every single box. Epcot does. I just love it. I love it's a lot outdoors as well. I like being outside. You may as well embrace the heat. For me, I
Yeah.
just go for it. So I am a massive Epcot fan.
Yeah.
Um, but last year Islands became my favourite.
Yeah.
I just do not know what happened to us on. I think what it was we have avoided Universal for a number of years because we felt it wouldn't be best value for our boys. They weren't sort of
Yeah. Couldn't get on enough kind of rides and stuff.
couldn't
Ride
get on
restricted.
enough.
Yeah.
No, that's it. And we felt like it would have been a waste of money, really, if I'm honest, going. And then we went. And then that was it. We just became annual pass holders and we got hooked.
Amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were just like, right, I'm all in. We're doing this. Let's just get the annual pass and now this year that's where I wanted to go back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am hooked.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on Islands.
Yeah, massive
Yeah.
fan.
Great shout. And next little question was hidden gems. So this is gonna be an attraction. To be fair, this can be attraction, ride, go wild, but hidden gem or like most underrated.
Okay. I'll tell you my hidden gems because I'm a lot about food. And I
Yeah.
think that this will help people. So that's what I want to do. So
Yeah.
I've got quite a few that I like that get talked about, but not enough that I think people go out their way to go there, and they are really good quality food. And
Okay.
that's what I'm about. So I like people to get good quality for their money. Um, and Narcosis in the Grand Floridian is expensive, but I don't go there for everything. Just get their cheesecake.
Okay.
So it's an almond encrusted cheesecake that I had on my very first trip. And I go back and get. I've got it to even take away and sit by the pool there, or you can have it at their bar in the restaurant. It's just wonderful. It's not your traditional cheesecake by any means. It is really, really good quality. Definitely their almond encrusted cheesecake is a top recommendation from me.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, definitely. In the Riviera, I really like Primo Priato. Priato, I can't say that properly, but there we are. In the Riviera, there's amazing quick service because you order as quick service, but then they just bring it over to you like table service, and it's
Nice.
all proper, really nice cutlery and plates and napkins and things, and the food quality is special. So yeah, the
Yeah.
croque monsieur is lovely there. Definitely recommend that. That's
Cool.
a really good one. Yeah, really good. Um, a massive hidden gem, but I think it's getting more well known now, is Geyser Point in Wilderness Lodge and
Yeah.
the Bison Burger. If you love a burger in Orlando, nothing has beaten Bison Burger there for me.
Really? Okay. I
Yeah,
haven't done this, to be fair. I haven't done
nothing.
it.
I mean, you sit by the lake
Yeah.
and it's so serene and peaceful. You feel like you're totally away from it all. If you need a break out of Magic Kingdom for a couple of hours, it's been a bit full on and you're a bit Peter Panned out, I'd recommend going over to the Wilderness Lodge. And you can get the boat straight over from Magic Kingdom. You can get a bus over, I think. And yeah, Geyser Point, the
Yeah.
bison burger. Yeah,
Cool.
tag me on it.
Yeah.
But that's
Everyone get on it. You know, it's on the list. Get on the list. My never-ending
exactly.
list.
Add it to the list and tag me. I want to know you've had it. I'd be so excited.
Yeah.
And then I really think this one is massive. If you like a brunch in Orlando, but you like good quality food for a very, very, very good price for how much you get, it's got to be Ale and Compass in the Yacht Club.
Yeah.
It's
Again, I haven't done it.
amazing. Oh, it's amazing. We've gone trip after trip now. That's
Yeah.
become a must do.
Staple every
Yeah,
time.
that's it. You can upgrade to the buffet for about an extra $8, and that is so worth it because you don't need it. I've got to be honest. You don't need the extra food. It is a bit.
You're in Orlando, aren't you?
It's a bit OTT, but you don't need it. But it's well worth it because it's only like an extra $8, and then you get tea, coffee, juice, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's amazing quality. I recommend 2 things on there: the blueberry and bacon pancakes.
Nice.
Maple pancakes. They're amazing. They are huge, easily shareable. And the apple crunch, I think it is apple crunch cinnamon French toast with bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So if you like apple French toast syrup,
Unreal. Yeah.
It's the one. It is the one. That's definitely where people should try. And then French Quarter, the food court there, that's impressive food for a food court. That's my favorite food court on property. And then we really love Sebastian's in Caribbean Beach. That gets really overlooked, and that's good value for a family dinner or couples date night dinner. It's really, really good quality food. Nice, different to what you get in Orlando as well. Really fresh and on the healthier side of things. But really lovely. Yeah, definitely. And they do a dessert very similar to what you get in Ohana's. Really, really similar with the pineapple bread pudding and ice cream. And it's actually made by the chef who used to work in Ohana. So it's borderline the same thing.
Yeah. So he's like kind of
not officially.
Similar.
But not officially. Yeah.
Oh,
it's as close as my copies are.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, some amazing shouts. Like, again, like this episode, like there's some absolutely top food shouts in it. So
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel hungry just listening. Just
yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go and get some.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about this burger over at Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, it's the best. It's something I go to every time. Bison burger. I cannot get away from it. It's just the best quality burger, and what they put inside it, it's literally like magic.
Yeah,
it's just the best combination of flavors. I can't even tell you. I've not come across a burger that good anywhere else.
Yeah, well. It's on the list. It's on the list. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's it. It should do.
I suppose heading from kind of hidden gems, let's go to the potential controversial one of most overrated ride. Then, yeah.
Oh, don't
worry. If anyone could have been upset, I've upset them at some point over the last year, so I probably said it.
Don't. I probably go through a phase of a few, to be honest. I'm really not a fan of the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin.
Space Ranger spin, yeah.
I'm really not a fan of that. I just will not go on that. There's some things now I just refuse to waste my time on doing, to be honest. So, yeah, that's one for me that can well be shut down, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
no, it's not a bad.
Go. I think I'll upset the Hackett family with that one, though.
They love it.
Chris knows my feeling on that one, and that won't go down well.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I'm sure he'll take it. No, good shout. It's to be fair, one of those. Go on.
Yeah, but I think this one probably will be a bit mixed reviews, and if you've never done it, people won't understand. But Navi River Journey, that can go. How on earth? What? It's all about one animatronic for me, that ride, and the rest of it is just like waiting for something to happen that doesn't. Because you just, it's just not enough. It's just really not enough.
It is very much
time
slow
for that ride.
Yeah.
Why is everybody waiting? Please don't waste your time. It's not worth it. I'd queue all day long for Flight of Passage.
Yeah.
Flight of Passage is one of the best. Flight of Passage blows me away every single time I ride it. But NAF River Journey, I call it. No.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's probably going to upset some more people.
Yeah, it will. But
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
big girl. I can cope.
yeah. The thing is, though, like it, ultimately, quite clearly, you're into a thrilling ride, into an exciting ride, and and
Yeah.
and I and I think it's probably fair to say it's not the most exciting ride ever, is it? Because
It's
not a lot
really not.
happens.
No, but in fairness, I do really love living with the land
Okay, right.
because
I was
I've
trying to
got
back you up.
yeah, no, but it's fine because I can appreciate the slower things. I mean, I'm not someone. Oh, yeah, I can cope with the slower pace stuff,
Yeah,
but I just was like, what is this about? No.
yeah, yeah.
It's
Fair
not
enough.
for me. And then it actually got ruined even more because I lost a really precious bracelet to me on the ride, which never got found because it went in the river.
Oh no.
So yeah, that just finished it off
Yeah.
really. But
So never,
that was
never
it.
again.
It
Never
was done
again.
after that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, controversial. I don't know if this is. I've got a universal one as well,
Go
which
on.
is
Let's go for it. Yeah.
yeah. Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah. I mean, I'll back you on this all day long.
Oh,
I don't get
Jimmy
it.
Fallon. No. And I've got an opinion on what they should do with it instead.
Just bin
I
it.
think, yeah, completely shut it down and turn the building and the inside into something to do with Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Definitely.
'Cause I just think get rid of, Rip Ride Rocket when that goes now and turn that whole area into Ghostbusters. I think it'd be brilliant.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think a lot of people would agree as well. It's like Ghostbusters is one of those that I think if it had a presence in that park, it
Yeah,
would be huge. Like people would love it. So
yeah.
yeah,
It
I
never
know.
gets old.
Yeah, exactly that. And like even with the couple of new films that have come out, they've done fairly well. Even like
Yeah,
the original Ghostbusters is still absolutely like cult classic, great films.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you.
And
I'm with you on it.
yeah. And it's all about what you can have the good merch with as well, I think.
Yeah.
I think merch is a massive thing that gets really, probably not talked about as much, but it's something that we all save that room for, save the space on coming back, how much you're going to want to bring.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Ghostbusters merch would be a good one.
Yeah. To be fair though, like, because if I think of merch and I'm like, do I want a race through New York with Jimmy Fallon t-shirt or a
No.
Ghostbusters? I'm all over the Ghostbusters one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it was sad that, there's no Back to the Future like there was, because
Yeah.
that was yeah, the ride needed to go, but you know
Yeah.
it is a massive fan favorite, isn't it? Back to the
Yeah.
Future, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
Yeah,
classics.
yeah.
Absolutely. And heading into the final question then, and this is kind of heading out of the parks, but best thing to do outside of the parks. It can be, it can still be in Disney, it can still be in Universal, but outside the actual theme parks themselves.
Well, we went for our first wedding anniversary to Orlando, and we did something I don't really know if it gets talked about much, but we did a hot air balloon trip.
Oh, yeah, I've
Fir-
had,
First
yeah,
thing in the morning, and that was special. That was different because it literally was real life soaring doing
yeah.
that. Um, and to fly over the orange groves and smell them real life first thing in the morning, they lower you
Oh, yeah,
down and you fly right over, and it's literally this sort of mist in the mornings and things, and then they fly you over a swamp, and then they tell you, yeah, there are alligators in there, let's hope we
good.
don't land.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was some experience to do that, I've got to say. That's something I won't forget doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I'd recreate it with the kids. I've got to be honest. We did hit a palm tree and bit of a crash landing. But
Nice.
it didn't go quite according to plan, but it was such a fun thing to do. Something I won't forget doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that I've spoke to a couple of people about it, and it looks incredible. Like
Yeah.
I bet the views were just something else.
That's it. Yeah, the views are unbelievable and it's so peaceful. And you go out so early in the morning. I think it's like a 4 o'clock pickup.
Yeah,
and you do get taken on a minibus to where they launch you from, and it is a bit of a movie set. You think you're in a bit of a horror film, to be honest, when you get there. And the bus driver, he's full into it, is acting. He stops the bus. I shouldn't spoil this, should I? But he stops the bus and he turns round and he literally says to you, "And you think you're here for a hot air balloon ride?" And it was like, what? And it was just like completely freaked out. Because it's so misty at that time of day. And that was fun.
Oh, amazing. I mean, I've seen, watched videos of it. I've seen them for years. I remember when I was a kid and just like kind of like going out day one, when you're up super early in the morning, you go out walking around the resort and you just see all these hot air balloons up everywhere. There's loads of them.
Yeah.
And I always remember like thinking back to then, thinking like, I'd love to go on one of those. And like, it's got to be done. There's another one on my list. My list is never ending, by the way.
Well, that's it. That's why we all keep going back, because no matter how long you're there, if you're there a 2-week trip or where we've had extended trips, it's never long enough. You've never done everything. And there will always be new stuff as well. So I think this is why it's different to every other holiday, because you can have done everything in other places around the world. Like you do all the things you intended to do, but for some reason you never do it all with Orlando. And you will always come back and be like, "Oh, did you do this? Did you do that?" And you're like, no. And then you sit down and you think, "Oh, I didn't eat this or I didn't do that." And you're like, no, that's awful feeling of realizing you missed something you'd really wanted to do or buy, or and you just got to keep going back.
Got to have the next one lined up.
It'll never be done. It will never be done. I can't see how it could be.
No, 100%. It's ever growing. The experiences change, and with things like new theme parks, new lands, new rides, new foods. It'll never get old, ever.
No, and now Epic is just touching the surface, so that's gonna just increase the bug now.
100%. Cool. I mean, that wraps up all my questions. Honestly, I have had the most fun. This has been brilliant. You've been absolutely fantastic, and just honestly, like hearing your recommendations on food and stuff like that has just been brilliant. So I really appreciate you taking the time to kind of jot some notes down on them, because I appreciate there's a few.
You'll forget. I could talk to you for hours and days, but that's it. But hopefully we can catch up in Orlando and do that a bit.
100%. That would be, honestly, it'd be lovely. It really would. And I'm always I love islands. So if you're up for a Velocicoaster or a Hagrid's or a Doctor Doom,
I'll be there. I'm on them all. That's fine by me. Yeah, anyone will do. But that's it. I think that's one of the other things you get is, the people you've met in Orlando, friends you've met, even if they're from home and they happen to be there the same time as you, or they're people you've met online or watched their vlogs and you get to see them there. That connection you get then, it just never goes, and it just adds to that special memory of that particular trip, and
100%.
And I know you've had Bailey's Do Disney on there, but they were one of our highlight trips as well. So it's, everything you get to do with other people who appreciate Orlando so much, it's just brilliant. Love meeting up with people there. So if anybody sees us at all while we're there, please, I'd love to say hello to everyone.
100%. Love it. So this was the episode with Rachel from Rachel's Walt Disney World. This was a lot of fun, and honestly, getting to chat with Rachel about all things food, all things Orlando, previous trips, future trips, all of that. Like, it was absolutely brilliant. She was wonderful. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do go and check her Instagram out. It is fantastic. And as ever, I hope you enjoyed listening as much as I enjoyed recording it, and I will speak to you all in the next one.